Hello people. Today's little task, we've got a 106 rally cylinder head here from our good friend James at Chop's Garage. So he took this cylinder head off yesterday with suspected head gasket failure. I've been over there since he's had the cylinder head off. I've checked the bores, which don't look too bad at all. As you may know, these are wet liner engines, so aluminium block with cast iron liners. So I've checked the liner heights, made sure none of the liners are sort of sank below the block face. All looks pretty good, pretty standard stuff really. Got the cylinder head over here. It's the usual with these, they sort of tend to blow at the front of number one, straight into the end water jacket there, if you can see. What we tend to look at when we look for gasket failure is this clean line here around the gasket line. If you've got any dark patches like this is where it tends to blow. So we don't really look at the head gasket as such, although sometimes with the fibre gaskets it can blow a chunk out and it's obviously visible then, but that's what we tend to look at. So you've got a bit of a blow here, and this is usually where they go. That's all we can see. I see this by the surface finish of the head. It does look like this head's been off before and refaced. So yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to take the valves out. We're going to just check all the guides, make sure the valves are snug in the guides, fit some new seals, clean and face the valves up, and go from there really. I see here on closer inspection we've got a bit of corrosion which is creeping into the gasket line, so we shall dig that out and stick some aluminium weld in there, fill that up, and yeah, so I'll next step, take the valves out, and we'll see what's behind there. Okay, so we've got the valves out of this cylinder head. Sort of closer inspection of the valves. See the exhausts are a bit black around the faces, so which is pretty normal to be honest. The inlets look pretty good, although you can feel a bit of a ridge there, so we'll give these a shot blast and a face up. The guides all feel good. So if we put a valve in the guide there, there's no movement there whatsoever. And again, in the exhaust, perfect. Usually find, because these are bronze guides, they don't tend to wear anything like the cast iron guides, and it's a fairly long guide as well. So yeah, if we have a look at the seats, you see the seats are a bit black. They have been sort of blowing a little bit by the inlets in places. So what we'll do is we'll clean and face the valves, we'll solder blast the cylinder head ports and what have you, and give them a lap in, and we'll see what we've got. Right, so as you can see, we've shot blasted the valves and they've come up quite nice. Now what we're going to do, this is our valve facing machine. We've set this head on 45 degrees, which is the angle of these valves, pretty standard angle that, 45 degrees. So yeah, I'll show you now how we go ahead and face the valves. Okay, so that's the exhaust done. See all the exhausts are faced up there. I'm going to go ahead now and do the inlets. So as you can see, the inlets are a 30-degree seat. You can see down here, we've got it set on 45 at the minute. We just changed the angle of this head. On the 30 degree, lock it off. Let's go ahead and face the inlets. reface this head. As you can see, the welding's come out pretty good. I've run an end mill down there to open up that waterway again, same as the others. There's a couple of little specks in there, but there's nothing to worry about. It's quite a bit away from the gasket line. We've got a vacuum tester here. You put this over the port with the valve in, and if you've got a perfect seal, it goes up. If it goes up into the green at any point, then it's a perfect seal. So we vacuum tested these. They're not brilliant, to be honest, so we're just going to give the seats a little cut. What we're going to cut the seats on is this machine here. This is a Myra Centronic. It's a CNC head here with a single cutter. So what we've got is a series of pilots. These go up in increments of a couple of thou. So what you do is you find the pilot that's best fitting in the guide. This is a 6mm guide. So see that one there is pretty good, not pretty good fit. So we use that. We put that in the machine here. We put the we're going to do the inlets first. That's a 30-degree cutter. So what we do is we find the 30-degree wherever that is. We're not going to bother doing a 3-face cut on here. Usually on the sort of motorsport stuff, we put a 3-face cutter in, which will do usually say your 45 or your 30 on the centre at 1.5 or 2mm width, whatever you want. And then it does the outside and the inside to get you that nice sort of flowing edge. But on this one, we're just going to put a single face on there. I'm going to go ahead and set this up, put the pilot in the machine, put the cutter in, set the width, and I'm going to show you how it's done. So there we go. We've overhauled this 106 Rally cylinder head. As you can see, all the seats are cut, head's faced, done a bit of welding, and this will be good to go. The only thing we've got to do now is see the valve stem seals under there, which are the seal on the back of the valve stem, and they're rock hard, very old, and they need replacing. So as soon as we'll go and get the gasket set, replace those seals, we'll put the valves back in, put the springs on, and that's good to go. So yeah, I'll just show you one of the valves. I'll just show you on the vacuum tester here. There we go. That's good enough. It's a perfect seal now on that, all the rest are the same. So yeah, that head's done. Hope you've enjoyed that. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and press that notification bell. Thanks a lot, guys.